Why open house is so important? Why we should conduct open house if we want to be successful in real estate? Did any one of us ever go to a car showroom when you are not planning to buy a car until unless you are a car enthusiast?
No.
Do you really go?
No.
No. So, when somebody is coming in the open house, what does that mean?
Potential buyer.
They are either a potential buyer or a seller. Think about it, a person walking into your open house is a well-qualified lead. So if you work 10 hours, on the weekend conducting 2 open houses and you're getting on an average 5 leads, think about it, you have conducted 52 weeks, multiply by 200 open houses. Every open house, if you get even 3 leads, how many well-qualified leads you got? 300? Am I right? And I will give you the simple statistics of the real estate. If you want to do 1 deal in real estate, you need to have 10 qualified leads. And if you want to have 10 qualified leads, you need to contact 100 people. So 100 people, 10 qualified leads, 1 business. So 300 people, qualified leads. How many deals you can do from that, by the way? Huh? Come on, man. 30 deals. Technically, as per the real estate statistics, if you really are conducting that open house in a good way. But just understanding the reality of life, let's say even if you do 10 deals a year out of those 300 qualified leads. And trust me, if you cannot do 10 deals out of those 300 qualified leads, what you should do? Better focus on your job. Better focus on your job. This is not the right profession for you. So, if you just make 10 deals out of it, how much business you are getting out of those 10 deals? How much money are you making out of those? Huh? How much money are you going to make?
Lots of money, sir. Probably hundreds of thousands.
118.
So let's say 118. I love it, man. So if you are doing those 10 deals out of those 300 leads and making even $100,000 and spending 10 hours a week, multiply by 52, how many hours you spend? 500. And making 100,000, can somebody do the calculation? $200 an hour job. $200 an hour, right? And remaining 10 hours in the week, you have to spend at least 4 hours either on door knocking or cold calling. And then 6 hours you dedicate showing property to your clients. You have to spend time on cold calling, door knocking, as well as open house. Just do these 3 activities. Now how you can make it better, that's more important. So there are 2 or 3 ways you can make it better. Any questions so far?
Who to cold call?
Who to cold call? Me.
Okay.
That's another good question. I like it. Who to cold call is another important thing. So I'll give you a formula, 1,000 formula. The challenge in the industry is we cold call today here, tomorrow there, day after tomorrow there. That's the biggest mistake. Just pick up 1,000 houses. 1,000 houses. Okay? And do the cold calling there. So make an Excel sheet that, okay, I am going to call this street today. There are 50 houses in that street. I'm going to call every single house. And whosoever is going to pick up the phone, I'm going to make a note of it. Right? And whosoever did not pick up the phone, I'm going to call them again next day. Now what is the benefit of it? If they see your number 3 times on their phone, they will start recognizing you, either as a friend or as an enemy. So if they recognize you as a friend, good. You might get business. But if they recognize you as an enemy, what is going to happen?
Out of it, you get no business.
You guys are wrong. You're surely going to get the business. That is my promise to you. How? Do you have a girlfriend?
I have a wife.
You have a wife? Do you have an ex-girlfriend?
Yes. And now she's
How many?
just one.
Guys, this is a normal psychology. We remember our ex-girlfriend more than the wife. We remember our enemies more than our friends. We remember those people who we hate the most rather than those who we love the most. Isn't it? People who we hate lives more time in your mind than the people you like. So normally how much time it takes to get the profit out of that business where you spend so much money on bringing the inventory and doing all that stuff? 5 to 7 years? Couple of years? Anybody? Can you expect the profit next day?
No.
So if I take on an average 2 to 3 years, does that make sense?
Yeah.
So if I give you an opportunity to do a business where I tell you, sir, I will give you the best location. I will give you $1 million inventory in your showroom. I will clean the showroom, put it very nicely, and I will have some coffee and do you like samosas?
Obviously, who doesn't like food?
So if I give you that opportunity to do the business, who is willing to do that business? That business is called open house. Guys, somebody is giving you his $1 million home, cleaning it up for you, having the coffee and tea ready for you. You just have to go and sit there and get the return maybe in 4 weeks. What can be a better business than that? Zero investment. Only one thing you are investing is your time. Does that make sense? Sellers are giving $1 million inventory, $1 million showroom to you to go and sit there. Respect it. Spend time on it. So guys, getting success in real estate as a part-timer is very easy. But you have to plan. So let's say you're making $60,000. The day you start making $30,000, your interest should start getting more in the real estate. So the first break you should get, let's say somebody makes $100,000 on an average. The day you start making $25,000, you should stop spending 100% time there. Bring it to 75%. Because now you are compensating $25,000 from there. Right? The moment you come at 50%, bring this down to 25%. Your transition can happen in 3 to 6 months from part-timer to a full-timer. Just 3 to 6 months. But you have to be thoughtful, you have to plan, and you have to work on it. And guys, the best beauty about the real estate profession is there is unlimited potential into this. Guys, I'll give you a good tip how you can be successful while being in IT. And actually, we have some good leaders who have been into IT professions and they have transitions from IT to full-time into the real estate. And now we are making a good team of those IT professionals. Guys, IT professionals, I'll give you one good tip. Learn to do pre-construction. That is your best bet. That suits so much to your profile because you guys are so used to sit in front of computers and the emails, and pre-construction is all about contacting clients, sending them emails, sending them the information, keeping in touch with them. You need to focus at least 10 hours on pre-construction. So you just have to focus a little bit onto the pre-construction, right? And very easily, you can end up making 4, 5, or 10 deals at the end of the year. Average commission what you make in pre-construction is $20,000 to $30,000. Think about it. And that is best suited to IT professionals. You just have to focus on one thing. You just have to learn few things. How is the layout plan? What is the location? What is the deposit structure? What is the incentive? And some numbers calculations which you guys are best to do on Excel sheets. Think about it, how easy it is for you to enter into the real estate. But what is the difficulty? Why so many people are failed? Did you ever think about it?
They do it part-time?
Huh?
Because they do it part-time?
No. They don't do real estate actually. Forget about part-time, forget about full-time. I know so many realtors who are working full-time or who are spending a lot of hours. They are not doing what they are supposed to do actually. That's the only reason. They are not consistent at all. They want to show only one or two houses to their clients. And they think, see, when they have to buy a laptop for $2,000, they will spend a month onto that. But they want client to buy $1 million home on the next day. That is wrong. Pre-construction definitely has an edge, especially when you're working part-time. First of all, of course, it's lower the prices because you are getting something for next 4 or 5 years after. Then there's no bidding war. And most of the time, there's an extended deposit structure. When you're buying a resale home, you have to put all the money down right away. Whereas in pre-construction, you can actually do the payments in parts, 3 or 4 parts, 2 or 3 years, so you get that extension. And of course, the best part in the pre-construction is there's a huge potential as far as the incremental value is concerned. So there are a lot of things, and that is why there are people who actually love doing pre-construction than resale. But of course, there are some disadvantages. You get the commission later on, but you already are in the job. So it's easy for you because you are running your family, you're running your household. So even if you get that money later on, you still are being benefited, right? Now let's talk about it, how you can generate business as a part-timer. Yes, yes sir. What's your name? Anshuman? Yeah.
The pre-construction, I see the customer is paying today, maybe a part of it, and they will get later. I see a lot of anxiety in the customer. So what role can a realtor play here to just calm out the anxiety?
Normal thing. Either it is the resale or it is the pre-construction. You will always see a lot of anxiety in customers and clients, right? There are different kind of people which you get over there, especially like the seasoned investors, you won't find that. But normally a first-time investor or a new first-time home buyer, you will see that. Now that is where your job, your role comes as a realtor. You have to make sure first you have the right knowledge and information so that you can provide that knowledge and information to your clients. See, a lot of anxiety can be sorted out by just having the right information. Second thing, I have seen more anxiety in realtors than the client. Right? They are more anxious because they are just thinking, oh my God, Jesus, this deal should happen. I'm getting $20,000 commission. You should not have that anxiety. The day you stop thinking real estate transaction to make money, that is the day you will be getting success. As simple as that. Okay? So just be confident. Have the right knowledge and information, and I think that is the key. That's how you can bring the anxiety down. Any other question, guys? Yes.
So you said about this 20 hours formula for the part-timers. So for the full-timers, is it like double of that?
No. For full-timers, it's 4 times.
Yeah.
Guys, first 2 years, I strongly recommend you to spend at least 50 to 60 hours a week. First 2 years. And then start scheduling up yourself. Right? Now, technically, I don't work more than 40 hours a week. But I manage everything. Right? So it all depends upon you. So the more input you give, the better can be the results. The chances of results are becoming better. But slowly you start learning the smart work. With experience you will come to know this is the good client, this is the bad client. This is I have to work, this is I don't have to work. But I never see any bad client. I always see client as a good client. That's very, very important.